breaking up with a narcissist, going through the discard phase with a narcissist, it is a roller coaster of emotions, whether you leave or the narcissist discards you. And if you have listened to my other videos or received support from myself or a therapist on how to break up with a narcissist, you will understand and know that the only way to do this, the only viable way to do this, is through and with no contact. However, this does cause the narcissist to experience a type of withdrawal from not having enough narcissistic supply in his or her frantic desire to get a fix of narcissistic supply. So will a narcissist come back after the breakup? As much as some narcissists may pretend that they love to be alone, a narcissist usually cannot stand to be alone and constantly needs somebody there to validate him or herself. And if you gave him or her enough supply in the past, there is a significant chance that they will come back around to hoover you sooner or later. So how does the narcissist react whenever we dump them? We leave first. He or she will respond in one or two ways. They will either leave with no remorse or shame for the abuse that they have imposed and seek out a new source of supply, or they've probably already found a new source of supply, or they will immediately swing back into pursuit mode with the singular goal of winning you back, just so that they can turn around and dump you so they can say that they were the one to get rid of you. How does it feel to the narcissist when you move on? Briefly, so say sticking to your guns, you're sticking to your no contact, and this will initially anger most narcissists, and it will threaten the narcissist. So expect at least a little bit of new craziness to emerge sooner or later, as the narcissist, they are relentless when it comes to securing their sources, and they will use absolutely any kind of manipulative behavior to draw you back into the relationship when the time has come. And only the narcissist can decide that. The victim has no say or influence over that whatsoever. And the narcissist, they may romance you, seduce you, and they may charm you like they did in the beginning. And if that doesn't work, he or she will resort to more drastic measures, such as, say, threatening suicide, saying that they can't live without you, and even admitting and taking some responsibility for the abuse that they bestowed upon you. But you have to remember that this is not real, and they do not mean any of it. If and when the narcissist can return, they do this in order to get that fix of narcissistic supply, or even create positive or negative supply, usually negative supply, from your reactions. As the narcissist, they are not ignorant about the pain that they have caused you, and they just don't care. As long as you react in any way, the narcissist will always come back for more, especially when there is a lapse in whatever supply he or she has replaced you with. So how long does it take for the narcissist to come back? Never, ever underestimate the power of the narcissist, their power of their patience, the power of their silent treatment. They will wait to come back when it is most convenient for them. It could be weeks, it could be months, it could be years. They will return without offering an apology or an explanation, and they will get the thrill that they want by doing this, the thrill of power and conquering and controlling. And when his or her narcissistic supplies run out, rest assured, they will be knocking your door down. So why do narcissists come back to relationships when you are strong again? And this is pretty self-explanatory. Narcissists, they have a different set of rules when it comes to love and attraction and seduction, and they will first spot you. When they do first spot you, you are a target for their source of supply. You are their source of supply, and he or she will charm you and use all of their tricks on you to seduce you. But when you are together, that prize, you will lose your shine, and the supply you are giving them is less and less and less, and so you become less and less interesting. And when you break up and move on, the cycle repeats itself because you have empowered yourself again, and you have become something they want again. You're full of energy again, and you have become this fresh new source of positive narcissistic supply again. And that is why narcissists come back around when you are healing and feeling strong again. Will the narcissist come back around if you have dumped him or her or exposed him or her while doing so? And the narcissist, they will dig very deep into their bag of tricks to reconquer his or her perceived opponent, and they will be capable of absolutely unthinkable and egregious behavior because your initiative of no contact has upset that narcissist to their very core, and their nastiness can range from verbal attacks to being downright destructive. And never underestimate the narcissist. Be prepared for anything, despite how well you think you know them and how much you believe that they would never come back. It is hard. Most of my clients say, oh, they would never come back, but they always usually do end up coming back to Hoover. But however, if he or she knows, say that the narcissist knows that you have figured them out, they may not want to be around you for fear that you will tell people the truth about them, and they will be less likely to contact you after the breakup if there has been some kind of exposure. As most narcissists, they will and do like to move on quickly, and as the narcissist, they have no consequences and conscience, and their ability to move on and seek supply is uncanny. It's like none other, and there will be some kind of conflict after breakup in most cases. So prepare yourself for continued conflict after the breakup, as he or she will fight the decision tooth and nail, as the narcissist will be worried about how you are going to make them look, plus the added effort of having to find another person to draw supply from and to abuse. If you are not totally no contact, the narcissist may suddenly soften towards you and suddenly become sweet and caring and reestablish the golden period and claim that they have changed for you. And a narcissist will try to talk their way back into that door of unfinished business or with the need to talk, and they are manipulating you. Don't forget this, back into a relationship. A narcissist will come back like a boomerang. Even after they accept the breakup and move on with somebody else, they will, in most cases, show back up at your door with gifts. They will want to talk fondly of the relationship. They want to control what you say to others about them, about why you broke up, what happened, and the need to be in control and come out looking like a hero is at the top of their priority list. Perhaps one of the most confusing dynamics, or one of the most confusing things and difficult things when it comes to being in a relationship or involved with any kind of narcissist, are the crazy-making cycles of breaking up followed by the highs of making up, and the inevitable process that comes with the territory of a narcissistic relationship will leave you only to return back to the relationship if you are not healing. They will hurt you again very deeply and then come back on bended knee begging for forgiveness. He or she will spend excessive amounts of time trying to convince you to give him or her another chance, and only to revert back to their old ways as soon as they realize that you have been committed to them again. And they will take advantage of your good nature, as they do know how to make you feel sorry for them, and they will show acts of being loving and compassionate and supportive, and they will promise to change, as they most likely have the natural ability to fake tears sometimes and some emotions. Watch out for the narcissist who will acknowledge the error in his or her ways and the promise that it will never happen again, as the conquest of getting you back is like a drug to a narcissist. And the narcissist is a junkie when it comes to obtaining his or her sources of narcissistic supply. They need that fix, whether it comes from a new source of supply or an old source. So these boomerang cycles and the conquest that make the narcissist feel alive, they give this narcissist a thrill. And this is why narcissists are known to use every lure, going to great lengths to reel you back in to the relationship, only to revert again back to that old behavior after he or she has succeeded in hoovering you. And realizing that any type of reaction from you is absolutely considered narcissistic supply, whether it is positive or a negative reaction, that's irrelevant. If the narcissist cannot get a good response from you, they will try to elicit a bad response, as any reaction gives them a fix. So do not feed their addiction. It does not matter if your relationship lasted months or years. The narcissist believes in that they will always own you and that they will always have control over you. They are arrogant and they truly believe that all people he or she is or was close to can still be manipulated regardless of how much time has passed. They will ignore the boundaries that you have set. As giving these emotional predators the benefit of the doubt or forgiveness is like giving them the rope to hang their victims with. They prey on individuals that are forgiving or are hopeless romantics, and most victims of narcissistic abuse want to believe that this boomerang behavior is based upon a genuine desire to be back in the relationship with them and wanting the relationship to work. Sadly and unfortunately, a narcissist is only returning back to this relationship to get that fix of his or her addiction of narcissistic supplies. They will put up a great act, use their best performance to lure you in and conquer you once more. My name is Sara Ann Brown, and this is Narcissistic Abuse 101. Hey guys, if you would like to donate to my cause, Narcissistic Abuse 101, click the PayPal link in my bio, and your donations are greatly appreciated. Thanks, guys.